Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. Welcome back to the, I guess it's technically day of end 8. Day of end 8. End of day 8. Come on, Gene. End of day 8. Lights will go off here in like an hour. That's why they're kind of not quite as perky as they can be. Lights are on their way down. But then day 9 will start. And long story short, I needed to get this update and going. Last week I was in here day by day showing you every little thing we were doing. This week, I just don't plan to, I got a bunch of stuff at work. But in general, the plants are not going to need me as much. So they're just kind of going to do their growth thing. And it's happening very quickly. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, at Green Jeans Garden, I usually post kind of this walkthrough right here that you're seeing right here. Every morning on my Instagram story, so you can see day by day progress, how the plants are doing. And a lot of the comments I'm getting are, wow man, how long have you vegged for? Wow, that was such a quick veg, how do you get them to grow so fast? All basically along the lines of, wow man, they're really growing fast. And I will say they are. They're definitely, they're booming along, and there's a few main reasons, but in general, everything's clean, everything's healthy, everything's happy. We're in a inert cocoa medium that lets roots and plant growth just thrive. On top of it, they're fed a beautiful diet of Jax and Tribus, and we're rocking like 500 ppfd in veg. So they have every factor going for them, and like I said, they're clean, happy, healthy, so they're able to take advantage of that and thrive. So plus, last little thing is this pie hoe is, it can get a little tall, so, and I can see it in some of the node spacing and things. So it has some height to them, so we will be flipping early. Oh yeah, we just kind of accidentally super cropped that, but that's cool. Need to come down and do exactly that, kind of bend these tops over, let the canopy even out. We'll get a trellis net in here to do that by the end of the week before we go to flip. But back to my point, things are growing fast, we're going to be flipping fast. We're not going to over veg this. I would say maybe I was saying 10 to 14 days of veg. I think we're going to be right there at like 11 or 12 days of veg and flip these things. It's been years since I under-vegged a canopy. I think this one will be veg absolutely perfect, but I think that would be the way to go, to just under-veg them ever so slightly rather than over-veg them. But I think we're right on point, and I'll flip it any day now. The Grow Off Mystery Clone, as you can see, much greener than last week. This one looking darn good, and this one fully up and going. So these, give them 2 more days, they'll be thriving just like these are, and it'll all catch up. We'll have one beautiful, beautiful canopy. So end of day 8, day 9 will start here shortly, and I'll get you guys caught up in here as we go along. It's just not going to be literally day by day like it was last week. So hang tight. All right, day 10. I think you guys were just in here on day 8, and they were looking good, and they're still looking good, looking great actually. Beautiful, happy, healthy, clean plants, just the way things should be. Very happy with where the garden is right now, and even the 3 latecomers to the party, looking pretty good. Health-wise, fine, absolutely perfect. Structure-wise, I'm deciding on if they're going to get topped or not, but we were in here last time, topped these girls, and just look at the structure after the topping. Just everything just evened out, auxins distributed, and just starting to get into their own wide footprint of a plant. And there was a few, I think there was 3 cuts, let me see, 1, 2, 3, yeah, there was 3 of them of the pie hoe that I didn't top, because I was like, I want these to get a little healthier, being that one, and the corner one. And it's only 2 days difference. They got topped like the next day or the day 2 days after, I guess. But the 2-day delay is so noticeable. I mean, overall the canopy looks fine, but very noticeable. Those back 2 are much more upright, as where everything else has just spread. And I really didn't, this one I kind of super cropped and moved over, but everything else has kind of just done this on their own with a little pushing and not even low stress training, but just letting it go, and going to be a really even canopy. So I'm going to flip, honestly, probably tomorrow. I'll probably let them go through day, I guess this is day 10, and then just go straight into 12 hours of darkness. No, so I'll make it till tomorrow because I want to put the trellis net on tomorrow, and then they will go into darkness right after that. So they'll have 11 days veg, and they'll be right where we want it to. I think at perfect capacity, we're going to be taking up about 75% of the canopy at that point, and will be perfect for the stretch, and the fact that we have a little bit of probably a weaker side on the left there will give us a little bit of room for this tray if need be, but absolutely perfect. Perfect. So tomorrow we will come in, lay the trellis net down. It's not going to be a ton of shaping right off the bat. These aren't over veg, don't have to do much, but going to put it down so we don't have to work later, and can just have that nice fresh layer to start with and get off to the races, man. 11-day veg, boom. That's exactly how this room was meant to be done. Like I said, all starts with happy, healthy, clean cuts that are ready to go when they're supposed to be. Aha! Day 12. So day 12 of veg, and this is their last day of veg. That's all they're gonna make. Did a little bit earlier today, did a little bit of plant rearranging, took some of the weaker ones, the ones I was talking about, how I knew you could tell that they just weren't topped. We moved them over here, so we'll kind of have the premiums, the best picks, and then this will be kind of the weaker of the sides. But honestly, now that I have all the prime cuts over here, although I did leave one kind of lanky girl in the corner because that corner just never turns out great no matter how good of a plant you turn in there, so leave that one there. The rest of them will be good. But with that said, it's a pretty packed canopy, man. Look at that. But right where we want to be, we're going to drop a trellis net down here and just do a little bit of training, like take these nodes and just lay them down a couple inches. But pretty much right here is where we will we'll start flower. So I'm going to get in here right now, drop the trellis net down, and give you guys a last look, and just like that, we'll be off to flower. Alright, easy peasy. Trellis down, simple enough. Just reach over, put it over the stakes, and work it down. With the canopy how it is, which is exactly where I want it, not overfilled, not too big of plants. Absolutely perfect, exactly where we want it. And I have them just resting on the tops here. I think that's good. I might drop it down maybe an inch or so. But over the first week, as they're kicking into flower and not quite in full aggressive vertical stretch, but they're just starting to reach out, these areas will get filled very quickly. And then as we run out of that room, start letting them go vertical, however vertical they want to go. Justin does say the pie hose a little stretchy for sure, but I don't think anything's going to top Ohm's Cushmint remix there. That thing was insane. That was the most stretch I've ever had. Like, they were big veg plants and they had a great root structure, and obviously the strains, the genetics were good, but like, that's the most multiplying in size I've ever had of a strain was that Cushmint's last run, and it was exactly when I didn't need anything like that. The pie hose should be fairly stretchy, but using this as a baseline for where we're flipping earlier, we're flipping with less nodes. We should have basically this full pole worth of colas or stretching. This is about what I see this strain maxing out. That's about a double, maybe a little bit more than double in height from where it's at. We shouldn't get too much over the top layer where I can put my trellis, and that'll leave just enough room up top where we're not maxing out the lights, but they're definitely up towards the top. And should be ran, quote unquote, how the room was meant to be ran. And then lastly, we got the little grow off mystery strain here. Doing fine. These cuts are bounced along, coming in nicely. They were 5 or 6 days after these cuts, so these are only like I don't know. We could probably put a timer on it, but we'll say 6 days. No more than 7 days veg probably. It's a nice quick veg there. We'll see. Hopefully it can stretch and compete. If not, they're kind of off to the side, and I don't think I'm going to top them. We'll see how that goes. Don't think I'll top them. I'll let them do what they do, and if we gotta, we'll manage it if we have to. But I'm thinking if anything, we'll probably pop it up. The couple guys who are still in the grow off running it, Doesn't look like a crazy stretcher, but who knows. So whiteboard comes tomorrow, and I did want to wait and like do an update on the whiteboard, but I'm not pushing it. We're flipping today. It's done. It's already set in the Trollmaster. We've already changed the light schedule. It's done. They're going into flower tomorrow. But we'll have a whiteboard next week. But here's the general rundown. These girls were fed Jacks 3 to 2, no Epsom salt the whole time from when they were cloned. When I got them as clones to transplant to this whole time through veg, they've been fed at a ratio of 3 to 2, but an EC of right around 2, around 2 EC. This whole time, fed once a day to runoff, essentially. Not fully heavy, but heavy enough to get runoff. And then I have the GrowLink meter in there now, and for a data purpose, saturation level right at about 60%, and running them down when they were getting watered in about the mid 45%. So kind of perfect vegetative steering, even though we were doing it by hand. Numbers were working out great, and that's part of the reason that girls are super happy and healthy as well. But I will get, when the whiteboard comes along, and I can insert, and I have some more data logging with the system up and running again now, I'll be able to show you guys the watering graphs, especially as we get into generative and more, quote-unquote crop steering. Again, they're going to be watered how they need to be watered. If that happens to fall in line with some crop steering mentality, great. If not, we're just going to keep good moisture content in here, keep them happy, healthy. With that said, going into flower, going to get one more spinosad and one more, why do I always forget the name of it? Sulfoyl X spray in there. Just preventatively, and then we will get into, I will order some predatory mites just to make sure things are clean as the sprays wean off, we get into flower, and then once flowers are here, we should be clean and good to go. So, thank you guys for stopping in. Like I said, last week was a fairly good update. I thought definitely covered a lot. This week, quick but to the point, and that's what we wanted. We just wanted to get to flower anyway. So I hope you guys are happy with where these got to from when I showed you them 12 days ago to where we are today. I think everyone will be happy with where we're at. And so follow along through the journey. I'll update weekly as usual, and this will probably go up on Cap's Bean Basement website as well. So if you guys want to follow along in a text form there and don't keep up, also follow me on Instagram. I still do the daily walkthroughs here, so you can see a day-by-day growth. And that's about it. So peace out this week, guys. Thanks for stopping in. Like, subscribe if you haven't, and regardless, I will see you guys next time. Peace.